Well, I thought it was a good day. In a lot of areas, probably will do us a lot of good to go back and watch a lot of film. And there's no question there's going to be things that we're going to have to shore up by Friday with the start of the season and the NIT. But thought for the most part we did some good things. We had some runouts. I thought we played a little bit faster than we did in the past, which is good. We had some kids out there, pieces this is their first, game in Assembly Hall with the crowd and the lights, and it's good to always have an opportunity to kind of get those first game jitters out. And I thought Taishi, although she was loose with the ball today and led us in turnovers, I think she's going to really be special on the perimeter for us. Primarily on the defensive end, but we'll also need her on the offensive end as well. I thought Tyra did a great job today of going to the glass with a purpose and really getting us committed to getting out and running in transition. So overall, I thought it was a decent day. I wasn't very happy with the turnovers. Thought that we got kind of casual there, especially in the second half. And I thought our intensity on the defensive end was not what it needed to be from the beginning of the game, and it could have been due to the score. But at any rate, we got to be able to grow from that and do a much better job of taking care of the basketball and being really solid on the defensive end.
Carly was all over the place today. Is that type of aggressiveness something that we're going to come to expect of her?
Well, Carly's a basketball player and is from a basketball family, and really loves the game and wants to help this team be successful. And there's parts to Carly's game that are good, and obviously she can shoot it from behind the arc. I thought today, she put it on the deck and had some success. But we got to be really careful with. Some of our players really knowing their roles and knowing their strengths and their weaknesses, and understanding what part of the offense, when it's their opportunity to attack off the ball screen or kick out and try to just spot up for an open shot. And I think the same thing with Taishi. I mean, both of those young ladies I thought were very aggressive today. But Taishi Towner's strength is probably not from beyond the arc. She's a slasher, penetrator, and so we'll go back but it's hard to tell your kids not to take open shots. They're Division I players, and if they're open, they're gonna fight with me. Why not? And so that was the challenge, going down the stretch was. We can get a lot of open threes, but let's try to be disciplined and try to have some balanced scoring, get the ball inside. Of course, we want the runouts, we want the easy layups, but I thought we got a little bit too greedy, and taking a lot of those outside shots that are probably not, our strengths.
Just kind of debuting the offense. When you had some of those periods in the first quarter and the beginning of the third where it was a little slower, not really as much production, what do you think were the issues there?
Well, I have to go back and look, John, but I think it just depends. Some of our stuff, it's primarily, at the time, I think it's whose ball is the hand in, and why did maybe we have some miscues. Maybe it was because our loose handle, we were coming off ball screens and we just, we didn't have a tight enough handle. We didn't attack downhill. Maybe we didn't go shoulder to shoulder with our post players. And so those are the great things that film can show us why we had maybe those lulls in our offense, or why we weren't able to execute as well. For some of our young kids, there were moments where they weren't where they needed to be. They weren't where they were supposed to be in the offense. So it's, again, going back and repetition and cleaning that up. But I thought for the most part, I thought we did a good job of being where we were supposed to be. We've got to be a better screening team. But a lot of that has to do with our guards really being patient. We were on the sideline over there at every timeout, just telling our game to slow down and really try to take advantage of what the defense was going to give us.
What did you see from the pace that Tyra had out there? Was it about what you wanted to see?
Yeah, it was. You know, we want to run, I want to run, and I think everybody wants to see a fast-paced game. You know, that's what I love about Tyra, is that is her mindset. You have Lex and Taishi, and we get Jess back. Carly, you know, kids that are committed to running their lanes wide. I thought we got a little gas there towards the end, you know, there's nothing better than having a point guard that wants to get it and go like Tyra does.
Seems like you have a lot more depth at size this year. Can you talk about that a little bit? You know, Royster and Ditto.
I think one of the things that we missed today was Jess Walters. You know, right now we don't have the depth we need on the perimeter, for sure. Are we bigger? Yeah, we're bigger. You know, we added Kim Royster, we added Danielle, we still have Jen, obviously. We have Cahill and Lindsay, who are, you know, Lindsay's an undersized post player, but we certainly have more bodies in that 4 and 5 spot. We just need Kim and Danny to grow up really fast. You know, that's what we have to have, especially Kim, because she's so versatile. She's more athletic than what she showed today. I thought that the lights came on and she was paralyzed there during some moments. So, you know, she's been great in practice. She's continued to get better. And we're going to need her, obviously, for the entire season. And I think she's a kid that, as the season goes, we're going to just continue to get excited about her and watch her improvements.
We talked about missing Jess, and we talked about it as a jaw hit. Is there
Right.
any concussion symptoms?
Well, right now there were concussion symptoms, and so she is, you know, we're in week 2 now, but she's feeling much better. It's too early to tell whether we'll have her Friday night, you know, we've been without Jen Anderson too, and Jen just practiced the last 2 days with us. She went from a low back to strep throat, so we've missed those 2 guys, you know, we're ready for Jess to get back and you know, be a contributor for us off the bench right now. But you know, she's our best returning outside shooter, and so we miss Jess for a lot of reasons, and we need her to get well and get back to us as quick as she can.
You talk about Jen having injury problems.
Right.
Would she have started if she was, or is it more Lindsay looking like?
No, you know, Lindsay's been great. Lindsay has deserved to do this. She's deserved to start. She was really committed over the summer with getting her body in great shape, and you know, she showed in practice. She's you know, we base all that starting usually off of consistency, and she's by far been the most consistent, you know, 4 or 5 men that we've had on the floor, and obviously there's maturity about Lindsay. She understands our system and what we're trying to do, and so she deserved that today, and you know, until otherwise, you know, she'll be in that 5 spot for us.
Last one.
Slippery Rock was, you know, they're very undersized, but did you like what you saw from your bigs in terms of rebounding, extending possessions, you know, in the post?
Well, you know, you look at we out-rebounded them 62-38, but you know, I have to really go down here and look to see, you know, Cahill has 12, Lindsay Lycan has 5. I'm just going through rebounds. You know, Lexus leads us at the 3 spot with, or off from the perimeter. But it's hard to tell. You know, here's what I will say. I want our team to have some balance, okay? And I want, you know, Tyra to keep pushing the ball and us try to take advantage of early offense. But as we continue to go from game to game, we're going to have some scoring from the inside. We're going to have a better balance. And, you know, I thought Jen did a lot of nice things today. You can tell Jen's, you know, former starter for us and looked really comfortable out there. You know, obviously Cahill is going to continue to do what she does. She's a very good basketball player. And then Lindsay will be solid, but we need Royster to really give us some good minutes. And I think Danny will be a kid that will steal some minutes because of her size. But she just has to continue to, 1, get in great shape, and 2, understand the system, and 3, be a great rebounder and a great screener. But as we move on, you know, we're going to continue to preach to our gang that we have to have great balance on the offensive end.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.